Imagine getting a quote for a granite staircase nowadays. So this is it, Grain Tower. That looks spectacular. Grain Tower Battery, completed in 1855, situated offshore just east of the Isle of Grain in Kent, England, standing in the mouth of the River Medway. Similar to the older East Coast Martello Towers, having a slight taper towards the top. Externally, granite blocks make up the tower walls, whilst inside the construction is of red-fired bricks. Modifications began in 1910 with quick-firing guns replacing the original cannons. High-speed torpedo boats from France were to be targeted by Grain Tower Battery, as they were likely to be attacking ships moored at Sheerness or Chatham. The Medway boom crossing to Sheerness Fort was attached to the tower and formed as an anchor point. Remains of this can be seen wrapped around the tower base. Further modifications in the First World War and entire additions including a barracks, new guns with range directors and a searchlight position were added during the Second World War. Join me and my good friends Ian and Chris from IKS Exploration as we prepare to venture across the causeway to this magnificent abandonment. But first, we're going to look at a searchlight position on the coastline. Yeah, Chris was just saying off camera there, they've built the sea defence around the World War II searchlight position, which is quite nice.
Oh, that's good. Let's have a fire.
Of them to do it. Oh, it's an indoor fire.
Yeah.
So this would have been where the doors were. Because I believe Langdon Hole still got its doors.
Well, just about, yeah. I think they're very, very bad condition. Langdon Hole searchlight position. But,
yeah.
Yeah. It's nice to see some of them still in place, folks. So this is the original path? Yeah.
Yeah. It's been moistened and washed away.
Moistened indeed. Like that word.
It is moist. Look. Definitely one for wellies.
Interesting fact, the bottom of these are that shape.
Oh wow.
That is actually one of those upside down.
Diamond shaped?
Yeah, that's a problem.
Diamond shaped underneath but rectangular on the top.
Yeah, I don't know if it's to help them like sort of concrete.
How mad. So look straight, the actual thing does go straight, but over time the tide has washed it away, folks.
Pushed it along.
Yes. Hopefully our Wellingtons are sound.
Yeah, I just did a bit of a sideways slide then.
What I would recommend is don't go too far off the side of the path because it gets deep.
To be honest, don't need wellies, do we?
I wouldn't want to do it in flip-flops.
What, trout?
You doing the fishing, Ian?
Yeah. Where'd you get the sea trout? Or cod? It's cod, isn't it?
Cod, yeah, cod and haddock.
Trout.
They're not cod or haddock. They're
No, I can't see
they're
any
not
of them.
even a stickleback.
I can't even see them. Oh, the tiny things. I'm not sure. Yeah, Ian's just Monty Pythoned them.
Right then, folks, we're getting closer,
Yeah. Oh, the massive chains are still there on it.
What's that saying to do with the boom that goes across the Medway? Yeah. Submarine boom.
Oh, right. Yeah, they used to boom it off. That's what the forts were for in the Humber Estuary. They were for a World War I submarine net, and then they reused them in the Second World War.
Right.
One was for sale recently for, I think it was £50,000, but it actually sold for £500,000. Yeah.
The problem with them is, it's not the buying, it's the upkeep.
Yeah, because I think it's in a worse condition than this.
Didn't this sold not so
Did it?
while ago? Yeah, it's been up for sale a few times.
Yeah.
Didn't someone want to make a hotel?
Be a strange hotel. Well, you stayed there.
Months, didn't it, and all that, so...
Yeah?
Yeah, but it's the money to do anything with it. I mean, the World War II bits were concrete breaking up.
Yeah.
The top's not very safe, is it?
Did you have a comfortable stay when you stayed there, Chris?
It was alright.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How many TripAdvisor owl dot things?
Probably.
Yeah, 4?
Yeah, I reckon so. It was good. A bit breezy.
Yeah.
Windows,
Yeah?
but you know, I've stayed it worse.
Yeah, I think I have, to be honest. That looks spectacular.
It's good, isn't it? Definitely
Yeah.
bigger than it was over there. There's bits there, railing, hoisted bit.
Oh yeah, bits that have fallen off.
And the ladder's still there.
Hey!
That's not the same ladder.
That doesn't look too bad. It looks worse on film.
I don't think that's the same ladder.
No, that's like Trigger's broom, isn't it?
Yeah, because
That's
the
a
other
new
ladder
one.
was like bent at the bottom.
Folks.
So that's the way in. And it's not dangerous at all.
No, this tank, 100% secure.
It's okay unless it's windy.
Yeah. And if that bottom bit rots out.
That's probably lasted the hurricane of 1987.
Yeah, it probably did.
Imagine that being on that in here. That.
Oh,
Great.
windy.
1987.
Well, that one we
Hey?
just.
In we go.
I was going to say that one we just had.
Oh, there was like a sea urchin on there.
Look at that, it's doing that like a pro. One-handed up the ladder that isn't even.
That's proper
reattached.
secure though, isn't it? You're alright.
3 points of contact at all times. If you're watching, Vicky,
You okay?
I think so. If I counter rotate and fall over,
Then no.
then no, I wasn't.
Right.
Ah, there we go.
Right,
And I'm
let's
up.
get set up.
Look at those trees.
Yeah,
Look at that.
that's big old chain, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's like in stock at Screwfix, or is that one of the next?
That's next day.
That's the next day item, yeah. You have to get in. There's a bit of ladder there. Is that the classic ladder?
Oh, it might be. But you really see how eroded it is, though.
Yeah.
Like the staircase with a nice bow in the middle.
Yeah, that don't look so safe, that.
We was 100% though, we went up there.
Yeah.
Well, Chris forced me to go up there. Get up there.
I'm probably heavy. I'm sure about them stairs. It's
Yeah,
nice
that's-
and peaceful out here.
It's lovely. That's the way we got out here, along that path.
Where's those kinders?
Where's the what?
Kinders.
What are kinders?
It's German for children.
Oh, is it? Oh, is that why they're called Kinder eggs? Children
Yeah,
eggs?
that's it, yeah.
Oh, I never knew that. I'm doing learning.
There you are.
Learning with IKS.
Yes.
For context viewers, an additional voiceover is required. When we were on the jetty, some children latched onto us near a searchlight position. We tried to explain to them that they couldn't come with us to the fort because the fort is inherently dangerous. Anyway, back to the video. Yeah, these steels have popped a bit, haven't they? Oh, it's like oh, it's still got lagging on it.
So where would you start with the steel coming out of concrete? That's a massive undertaking, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a bit beyond, to be honest.
Yeah, I do.
You'd have to completely tank the outside of it so it doesn't get wet anymore, and then dry it all out, treat it all, and then rebond it.
I bet there's still some serious strength in it though, to be honest.
Yeah, I think there will
Well
be.
built.
It's a lot of it is superficial.
It's not when you go up the stairs and there's posts missing.
Ah, little
Yeah.
tie off for a boat.
If you look out there, you can see bits. Got bits of like, I reckon that's probably a shutter, maybe a shutter from further up.
Yes. Yeah, all bits that have fallen off there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. And it is
So
slightly.
down there, there's a bit of equipment window. Down there.
Oh,
So that
yeah.
lady would be rescuing that. Wouldn't
Yeah, he would. Yeah, be restoring that with paint stored in pot noodle tubs. That's the Martello Tower part.
And to be honest, look at that though. That's fared much better.
Yes, it has. Built out of that sandy stone.
If you see the graffiti up there, I mean, I wouldn't be doing that.
No, not for me, that one, viewers. That's. I might send the drone around that bit, but I wouldn't be going up there. No. Then. Yeah, that's the natural gas and the CHP power plants over there. That looks like the old Black Start chimney. That one there Looks like a gas turbine, black start chimney. And over there is the big port. Over there, can't remember what it's called. Gateway, London Gateway I think it's called. That one. That was the path we came in on, and it's a beautiful day.
There's one there, there's one here.
Oh yeah.
Got to really watch where we're going.
That
Yeah,
looks like
backwards.
that looks like a lifeboat hoist.
That's the
Don't
point.
they? You just have a look,
Oh right, yeah.
like a wooden lifeboat.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, because when the tide's in.
It's quite high, isn't it, at this point? You got a point there? I didn't think of that. I just thought like block and tackle, maybe lifting small stuff on. But that is far enough out to have a, you know,
Yeah,
boat
boat.
like so.
Yeah.
And there's the path.
What we got tide coming in probably.
No, 7 o'clock. It's low tide, so.
7's low, according to the free app that we looked at.
But is that a bit like the weather apps? When you look at the weather apps, and like earlier it said it was 24, but it was like an oven.
Yeah.
So I mean, is that just a bit vague on tide times? Could be 7 o'clock.
Yeah, looks like someone's had a fire here. All the probably combusted.
Chucked all the rubbish in there and someone set fire to it probably.
Nice.
When we camped out here, they all took the rubbish back, all walking up
Yeah.
there, bin bags of rubbish.
Bin bags of rubbish, yeah, which is what you're supposed to do.
Chris has actually stayed on this, haven't you, overnight?
Yeah. I'll do it again, I really enjoyed it.
Well, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll definitely do that.
Yeah, one day.
Like I said, the facilities are basic.
You still give it a 4 out of 5?
I reckon so, yeah.
Yeah, on
Quite nice
TripAdvisor.
views, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, which way are we going here?
Oh, that's
You want to go up the steps first?
scary metal box thing.
Just going to go up the steps first?
The wonky broken steps.
Would Andy go up there?
Would Andy go up that?
The choice is actually to get to this bit, it's there or there.
I don't like the look of that. I know people have done it, but I prefer the look of them.
Do they move?
I'm sure that moved when he stamped on it.
I don't think that was as
Are
bad.
you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel that.
I wouldn't do it.
I don't think it's going to go...
I don't know if it's my eyes, but I'm sure that's moving.
Yeah, but
When you stamped on that, I'm sure it
it's
moved.
going to have a lot of rebar in though, isn't
Right,
it?
let's go in here.
Yeah, if it's bouncing on the rebar. I don't know.
We'll do this bit first and then we'll just walk up it.
Yeah, we'll walk up that in a bit. So this is the Martello Tower area. I love that hoist.
Nice, isn't it? And that's got to be World War II.
Yeah. The disposable barbecue halfway up it, isn't there?
There's more further up.
Barbecues.
There's another one actually hanging. You can tell sort of that this has gone in later. That's a World War II edition there.
Oh yeah, stiffening it all
Piece
up.
of wall.
Yeah, that's a decent pad, that. Building control came around now, they'd pass that, they'd like that.
I love the shape
Yes,
of the original bits.
the brickwork's
Yeah.
just amazing. And I think all this whitewashing's from the Second World War, and that looks like it used to be a doorway.
Yeah.
Behind you.
I think it's chopped and changed around quite a lot.
Re-rolled.
Reused.
Yeah, and then there's the clips for the electric cabling.
I love in the double there, it's like an elevator.
Yes, it's very nice.
Green paint still on the door.
Oh yeah, well, War Ministry paint. Yeah,
That used to be a
maybe.
door as well.
Oh. I do like these Martello Towers, there's something about them.
Oh look, what's that there? That would be the window, wouldn't it? Would it?
No.
Oh no.
No cutout above it.
No.
Bookshelf.
Yeah.
Bookshelf.
Look at that in the centre there, you see the rounded middle.
Yeah. See, these two walls are original, aren't they? You can see. Well, like they put the bits in for the screws.
Yeah. Little light
Yeah.
bits as well. And the Second World War put them up.
Yeah, the electric light there, almost intact.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Or is that gas lighting? No, it's electric. It's been chopped off. What's this here where it's like sloping outside? Like sloping there, is that just like a window?
Window.
Ah.
Yeah, we'll go around that way.
You can actually see how thick the wall is.
Yeah. That was the hoist. That is real.
It's nice,
really
isn't it?
nice. Yeah, I like that.
You've got a chain there, look. Is that a chain? So there's a chain there.
That's magnificent.
Some more rooms.
You want to do this while we missed out first, or you got to go
This is dead end.
Right.
No, we're not reading that thing, blur that out.
This is what like yeah, no, this is one we slept in.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is this your former bedroom?
Yeah. You should go out there to the balcony. It's quite nice.
Yeah. We're going up?
Going on?
The multi-roll cameraman.
Wow. Two heavy cameras.
Searchlight, isn't it?
There's a big hole there. We'll fall down that bit. Yeah, this looks like it was for a searchlight because it's got like a shutter in that they could pull round.
Well, on this side, when the tide comes in, the tide hits against this, and it sort of vibrates through the building, so you can hear the waves hitting it.
So this is a World War II addition to the Martello Tower.
Yeah.
All exposing the dark. Yes. I'd love to explore that building over there that looks like it's used by the Coast Guard now.
What's that? That's Garrison Point 4. I've seen a video on that. Someone's done that.
Have they?
Weeks ago.
Nice.
I think some, like you said, I think some of it's in use.
Yes.
That top bit definitely looks Coast Guard, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got that look about it. And then down there are two more, we'll call them sea forts, but forts in the water down that estuary.
Not that heavy, you would die.
Yeah, that is a deadness. You're going to die of lots of pain and broken snaps things.
I mean, amount of people got drunk on this wall.
Yeah?
See the railings, look, all the way around.
Yeah.
Goes around the corner. That's nicely done. Regional line. Or half a regional line.
Oh yes, World War II-esque again.
Yeah.
So then is there another balcony above this one?
There's a big thing there, look for some sort of pulley.
Oh yeah, to hoist. So I think this would have had big metal doors on it to cover it over.
I definitely think it should have had a floor. And I don't think it's a bit dodgy like this. You know.
It's horrible, man.
Yeah, that's
Especially in
probably-
Wales, we've got to be careful. Trip over.
Yeah, that's that snapping legs
You
falling
thought
down
you'd
there.
snap your neck on that one when you're on the way down, I reckon.
Yeah, so don't come to these places if you don't know what you're doing.
No.
You know, they're
Especially
not.
don't drink.
Yeah, get drunk on here.
You can see where they've joined it up to the main
What I was
tower.
going to say is you can see where it's coming away from the main tower.
It's not even keyed in. They've just put it to and not keyed it in.
Oh, should we get out of here?
Yeah, it's snapping there. Yeah, let's leave this bit. We've done this bit.
Notice something interesting in the way in here, which was obviously original. But they have pointed it in such a way that it looks like the granite on the outside, but it's over brick.
Oh yeah.
So that has to be original, and it's done to make it blend in with the
They've rendered
proper
it
granite.
in. Yeah, that's solid blocks of granite that have been.
Yeah. So it's basically
Yeah.
they fooled people into thinking it's granite.
Wow, to make it look smart. Done it stead style. Yeah.
Did you feel that?
Yeah, I did actually. And I'm not joking, I don't know what this floor's made of because it looks sectional.
Yeah.
I didn't see that when I slept in it.
It's like sectional and tar banded. I do love that architecture, the way the brickwork just curves round. It's lovely. Somebody, a bricklaying type person, will be able to tell me what that's called, if you could please.
Well, watch out for that hole in the floor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a hole to the basement.
Beware of the big drop. This reminds me of the children's TV show Trapdoor.
Alright, trapdoor. Never heard of that.
Yeah. I mean, you can almost count the bricks above how many there is. That's the thickness just of the wall.
And then you've got granite on the outside.
Yeah.
What would that be
Yes.
then, isn't it?
Has that been cut in and added? I think that, I don't know if that's original.
Looks like a doorway. It's been bricked up. And that there, look, there's something there.
That's a fireplace.
So this has been a bit of a posh room then.
Chocolate's
It's
changed
got-
over the years, isn't it? Look, what's that vent up there still?
Oh right.
This has had boot topping, it's got eggshell blue paint from there, about the height of Ian, and then it's got a black band going round.
Yeah.
So this could possibly have been a mess of some sorts, maybe for the officers. Because not all the rooms would have been for working, some would have been for eating and relaxing in. And I think this being, having the additional paintwork, the fireplace, and whatever that was, probably the beer locker, this was a mess. But I could be wrong. It's just
Probably
an
a
idea.
plan, to be honest. Probably says. Yeah, I've never really looked it up. Plans. Righty ho. Well, that's looks sort of neat. I've never seen that before. It's not original, but
Yeah, it's like stencil work.
yeah.
It's quite good.
Oh, what that? Thanks. I did read it.
Yeah.
Oh, look, up. What's that?
Up.
Is it just a beam across?
There, yeah, concrete beam,
It's weird, isn't it?
Second World War era. I think. Is that wall Second World? Yeah, this entire section, all that Second World War,
Yeah.
has been added.
Here, actually, that looks like door frame. Here.
Yeah, they've put the wood in when the cement's still been wet.
Yeah, so they've had it.
Or the
They've
mortar.
blocked it off in Second World War.
Yeah,
The door.
yeah, concrete lintel again. So it's where the Martello era meets the Second World War.
Ah!
Pigeon! Was that a seagull?
Pigeon. And then you've got the other side of
Is there any more perilous holes here? Ah! So this is the other side. Oh, someone forgot the sausages.
Oh, dinner, sorted.
15th of July. Did they eat the burgers?
No.
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 Oh.
Yeah, well, why leave it? Look, all the beer cans, look.
Cheese.
Yeah.
I bet the beer cans are empty. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
they drank the beer and not ate.
Oh, no, that.
Then to be fair, eating's cheating, but don't leave your litter, folks.
It's disgusting. It really is.
It actually stinks in here because they've left old food.
It actually smells like decomposing.
Yeah,
What
it
would
is.
actually
It
be
is.
sausages? They could have unpacked it and chucked them in the birds.
Yeah, they've left them sealed up.
Oh, it does stink in there.
Yeah.
Right, let's go.
Then,
Up and away.
Up and away, folks.
There's loads of staircases.
oh, so this is the Martello Tower staircase.
Yes.
Nice.
Up round the outside.
Imagine getting a quote for a granite staircase nowadays. Solid block granite.
Yeah, and curved, please.
Yeah, and little indentations just so it's not slippery. It's all been picked, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Got to be careful.
Oh, that's that water tank thing. That like locker that's perched between the two buildings.
People walk around the edge of that, didn't they?
Jake, when we came, sat in it. Really?
I don't fancy that.
No. There's metal bits there. Must be quite a door in that at some point.
Yeah, and that looks like the base for a winch. You know, a big davit thing.
Oh, yeah.
So a big thing would sit in that.
Over the edge.
Spin round. Yeah. For bringing in
Come here so many times, you still see other bits.
new things.
Do you see that?
What's that?
Another bit there. So winch.
Oh yeah, oh Christ.
And this way. What's in here?
Yeah, close up of that.
Oh.
Tank.
Right. Do you
Oh,
fancy
the tank thing.
Fancy sitting in it?
You know what? No. No, I don't fancy that. Yeah, just climb out here.
Yeah, go along. Sit in there.
No.
No?
No, not feeling it, to be honest. This is quite a drop. Oh, look. Yeah, and that's the World War II bit. They look like council bricks. My mother and father will remember the council house we grew up in, or I grew up in. It was made out of bricks just like that, it's the same pattern. So,
Quite scary that bridge.
so this has had parquet flooring, because they're the indents for the, they put beams that way, and then they put parquet flooring in. What a...
Which is a bit, obviously a bit nicer room.
Yeah. Yes, this has been pretty well, nicely kitted out.
That behind you there is the original paint.
Yes.
With the black line.
Yeah, with the black line again. So I think this was possibly officers' accommodation.
Could be.
It's had a nice large window. The bars wouldn't have been there before, they've been added after. This would have just had windows with big thick blackout curtains. Yeah, and you used to have a stove. There used to be like a potbelly stove there. Sort of markings there. Yeah. And then there's the funnel outlet for it there, look. We'll get that to expose. Sorry viewers. So there used to be a stove there, and it's got the nicer bricks on the coming in.
Yeah.
So I really do think officers' accommodation of some sort.
This one's interesting.
Yeah, with the hooks above. Wow. Now, what would they have been for?
Hang out meat up.
They look like meat hooks, don't they?
They do, don't they? Yeah.
What else would you hang in here? All the way up here.
I don't know. So I'm thinking across that bridge, yeah, in the middle of it is where the kitchen area is.
Yeah.
So if this was storage for something like meat, you'd have to take it out across that bridge. Seems a bit unlikely, doesn't it? Unless there was two kitchen areas. Or cooking areas.
Yeah.
They'd have to get ice up here, wouldn't they? And again, it's had what looks like a parquet floor. But I've no idea why there would be.
It's definitely had a
brackets.
wooden floor of some kind, doesn't it?
Yeah, wooden flooring.
Well, there's some sort of winch system going up, but something.
Yeah, but I don't understand the hooks because they look quite. This is the World War II bit, isn't it?
No, this is still.
Yes.
This is the World War
I
II.
don't know, because it was actually World War One.
Yeah, so what do we think, viewers? What on earth are the hooks all about?
Indeed.
That's an older bit.
Yeah.
And then this World War II bit here just sticks onto the corner, doesn't it?
Yeah, modded in World War One and additioned in World War II with the big thing over there over the scary bridge bit that they might make me go across in a minute.
Something else I've just noticed up there, there's some beams cut off. So we said about it being changed, would that have been, because there's other areas with metal bits across, isn't there? Would that have been some sort of platform at some point?
So they've cut a bit off to add more to.
Yeah. You'll see there's other metal bits, and I just think that was something there. Maybe. What's in that?
Viewers, thank you so much for watching this ALW Research Team video. If you'd like to, please hit that subscribe button to receive new adventures every Thursday at 4 PM UK time. Next week, we venture into the World War II era parts of this Grain Tower battery. Not to be missed, Thursday, 4 PM UK time. Again, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.